Hello everybody, welcome back to Planet X News. This is Scott from the Nibiru channel. It is early morning, July 18th, 2017. And ladies and gentlemen, caught on recording on the coronagraphs on SOHO. We picked up at midnight on the 16th of July another coronal mass ejection, what we refer to as a CME. Now this CME was not directly Earth-facing. However, we are trying to determine if this CME was coming from the sunspot that we were tracking, AR 2665. There is pretty much a 100% chance that this CME was directly related to that sunspot. Not only did we record another CME at midnight on the 16th of July, but there was another more violent CME that occurred on the 17th, which was yesterday. So I'm going to go ahead and play this for you, and you can actually see this occur. Oh, actually it's in reverse. Let's restart that. Now you'll see that first CME occurred on the 16th, right at midnight UTC time. And then, approximately 24 hours later, another large CME occurred on the 17th. That one on the 17th was pretty close to 11 p.m., between 11 p.m. and 12 a.m. on the 17th. So two coronal mass ejections coming from the same sunspot, AR 2665, in less than 24 hours, because that's basically what we're looking at here, about a 23-hour time span between these two coronal mass ejections. And ladies and gentlemen, you know, as I mentioned yesterday, I'll mention it again today, the sun's rotational cycle is approximately 24 days. We've already gone through 4 of these days as that sunspot was facing our planet. What we're going to be looking for over the period of the next 3 weeks is the rotation of the sun bringing that sunspot, AR 2665, directly back in line with the Earth. As you can see, as it has passed the Earth over these couple of days, you can see the activity that has occurred. We saw the one big, massive ejection that was almost Earth-facing, and that is what we are dealing with right now on this planet as far as power outages, internet outages, volcanic activity, and what has really started to intensify is the earthquake activity. So these are all factors that lead into these coronal mass ejections affecting our planet. And we talked a lot about how this affects our planet and the length of time that it will affect Earth. But I just wanted to report this and document this for all of you. We are still seeing a tremendous amount of activity with this sunspot, AR 2665. Now I also wanted to pick this up on the stereo imaging just to make sure that it was being seen, and sure enough, you know, we can see this on stereo ahead Core 2 imaging, and you don't see the coronal mass ejection on the 16th too much. It looks very little, very slight on this imaging, because there is some interference occurring with the camera on this craft already, and that is coming from the sun. And then on the 17th, if you watch very closely, around 1900 hours, it begins. And it's a steady stream, a pretty good coronal mass ejection. Once again, folks, we're very, very lucky that we were not in direct alignment with this sunspot as it released 2 coronal mass ejections in less than 24 hours. That would be probably a very critical state for our planet, because we would be under siege from these solar particles rushing towards the Earth, not once, but twice. So you would basically be looking at, a double whammy as far as this intensity coming into our planet. Taking a very quick look at what is happening on our planet as far as earthquake activity, you can already see, I'm going to zoom in here to the west coast. You could already see considerable earthquake activity has moved up a tick into magnitude 3s. I mean, you're looking at here in Nevada a magnitude 3.6, California magnitude 3.07, Oklahoma 3.06, multitude of earthquakes up here in Alaska 3.5. And then, we all probably heard, if you didn't, a couple of big earthquakes. Magnitude 6.7 was listed by the Geoscience Seismology Office from Australia, only 50 kilometers deep. This was right off the coast of Peru. Now, the USGS listed this as a magnitude 6.4 with a depth of 44.05 kilometers. So either way, folks, that was a pretty hefty earthquake that occurred right there. And then the big boy of them all that we've been watching very, very closely is this mess. This big mess occurring off of the coast of Russia, which is over here to the left, and it begins into the Aleutian Islands, leading over into Alaska. But this mess started to occur yesterday with a pretty massive earthquake. Well, this one's coming in at a magnitude 7.7 by the USGS, and all of these earthquakes are very, very shallow. This is only a depth of just about 11 kilometers. But as you can see, folks, these earthquakes are stacked up on each other. We have a 7.4 here. We have the 7.7 here. So this earthquake, between these two reporting agencies, it could have ranged between a magnitude 8 and a magnitude 7.5. There's no doubt about it. But then all of the aftershocks that are occurring right along this row of islands, you see a magnitude 5.1, 5.3, 4.6, all of these smaller earthquakes here, 5.1, 4.4, 4.1, magnitude 5, moving up over here, 5.2, 5.1, 4.2. Over here, this lonely little earthquake, a magnitude 4.4. So you can see there's a serious situation brewing over here, right off the coast of Russia. One thing that I do worry about is the size of these earthquakes, the magnitude of these earthquakes, generating their force and their power directly across the Pacific Ocean and directly into the Cascadia fault line and the Juan de Fuca fault line, which lies right about here, and Cascadia right about here. This type of earthquake energy generation towards the United States, the West Coast, can take a few days. There's not that great of a distance for this energy to travel and trigger a quake. We already know this area is very sensitive. It wouldn't take much to upset this apple cart and cause massive devastation. So we're going to be keeping an eye on this all day, and hopefully that doesn't occur as far as what is happening off of the coast of Russia. But I just wanted to document and record and let everyone know that the sunspot AR 2665 is still alive and still active, and in less than 24 hours has produced not one but 2 more coronal mass ejections. Once again, these were not Earth facing. However, we do have to watch what is occurring with this very, very active sunspot. This is Scott from Planet X News and the Nibiru channel. Thank you for watching.